Dion, Martel and Martin.
So earlier we found out how one buyer got on.
So what about the other two?
I can't wait to find out. Let's find out.
A quaint church.
We're back in Avery now in Essex, where I've visited this teeny tiny studio flat guided at £80,000 plus. It was small in size, but there was something else about it that was tiny. It's leasehold, which means there's a ground rent attached, and that ground rent annually is, wait for it, 1 peppercorn. That meant, in effect, there was no ground rent to pay, a huge benefit to any buyer. This place also had a serviceable kitchen and bathroom, but lacked central heating. Ready to reap the benefits was Obi, a branch manager in the postal service, who picked this place up for well over the guide price at £109,000. Obi broke a homes under the hammer golden rule by not viewing this lot before he bought it, but he had been keen to buy something on the day.
Just at the back of my mind, my mum kept coming into it and telling me, buy something that day.
So your mum had said to you, just get something?
Yeah, because she thought I might buy a really nice car with it, so I thought buy a house instead.
This was to be a family affair, with Obi's brother and brother-in-law helping to modernise this home ready for the rental market in how long again?
Because I work Monday to Friday, and so I'm counting only weekends only. So we're looking for 4 weeks, so that will give me an 8-day turnaround.
This was an itty-bitty timescale and had a small budget of £2,500 to match. Well, it hasn't been 4 weeks, but nearly 11 weeks since we were last here. Obi's taken a holiday in that time, but why would you when you can look at these views? No, 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 not those views. We're here to see inside.
There's new laminate flooring in the bedsit area, where a table and chairs now sit by the window, and a print on the wall shows a bright beach scene. A circular rug adds a touch of coziness to the compact space.
Not only has Obi brought a little sunshine into this flat, he's been away to the sunshine in Bangladesh. That's why he's over schedule, but he has a very good excuse.
I got married in between, which is added it up to the additional 4 weeks, 6 weeks plan I had. We've ended up to being almost 12 weeks now, so yeah.
Well, congratulations to Obi and his new wife Farjana, and you can't argue that that is a good excuse for why the timescale slipped. But what work has actually been done on this property project?
So far, we decided to change the colour from magnolia to white. We stripped off anything from the walls that was unnecessarily. We just wanted to keep it as very simple as possible. The flooring's been changed. The light fittings have been changed also, but a lot of the work is gone into, unfortunately you can't really see, it's the electrics behind from the mains and also the boiler itself.
Well, when it comes to being a landlord, the boiler and the electrics are of vital importance. But along with the practical changes, Obi has used some tricks to create as much space as possible.
One of the clever things that we had actually wanted to achieve in this room was to remove the cladding from above the top of the bed, on advice from my niece, Naziha, to give the impression the room's a lot bigger than it actually was.
The room with the bed lowered, and the print that gives the illusion of a window onto a beach.
With his tropical beach scene picture and keeping the decor white and bright, Obi has done his best to create the illusion of more space. But with no changes to the layout and no changes to the heating system, there wasn't a great deal to do to the flat. But Obi was after a quick turnaround, so called on his family to help him out.
There's 3 names to mention. My niece Naziha, she gave me a few ideas to do, a few basic touches that she's done research for, and my brother-in-law Rubel and my brother Mamun, they basically helped me a lot throughout the times I couldn't give them a few times, so they were obviously giving me their support.
A bit of free family labour is all well and good, but did Obi get stuck into any of the work?
So I think the painting does go to my hand, and the flooring I'd put in also myself as well.
Obi had a £2,500 budget. Has he managed to stick to that?
There's a few surprises with the electrics and also the heating elements, and due to that we had to get professional help in and that gave us the extra cost of around about another 800 on top. So just over the 3,000 mark.
That spend of £3,000 brings Obi's total investment in this property to £112,000. But can he make any profit from this studio flat? We invited along 2 local estate agents to see what they made of this home, starting with the agent who saw it last time.
This is my second visit to the property here. I think the flooring is excellent and obviously totally repainted and much brighter and fresher, but possibly could have had a new kitchen.
It's not a bad flat. It's a little on the small side for my liking. It's a nice area though. I probably would have spent a little bit more money on it. Maybe spend a bit of money on the kitchen and bathroom.
Obi wants this as a rental property, but if he decided to sell, could he make any profit on his £112,000 spend?
I think this would be placed on the market in the region of 110 to 115,000.
In my opinion, this property would fetch something in the region of £120,000, maybe £125,000.
My initial judgment was to put it on rent, so I'm not disappointed. I think for me, having my name against the property is good enough.
At the agent's top estimate of £125,000, that would give Obi a potential profit of £13,000 minus taxes and fees. But now to those all-important rental figures.
I think in the rental market, this property would achieve something in the region of £650 to £700 per calendar month.
For the rental market, I think we are looking around £600 per calendar month.
In my own calculation, I was happy in the region of around about £600, so I think I'm quite happy with the 2 valuation there.
Those evaluations would give Obi a yield of between 6.5% and 7.5%. It's his mum he has to thank for this purchase. So, was she right to sway him from buying a car?
I think Mum's always right, and unfortunately I'm not going to probably tell her instantly, but eventually she'll find out she was right, yeah.